Alright guys, we back. Let's dive right into it. So, hold on, let me make sure I got my camera correct. Alright. What's up, y'all? Peace, 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 peace. What's going on? What's going on? Just making sure we got everybody in tune. Let me make sure I got my notes. Everything is set up correctly. Because we about to go deep, 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 guys. I'm talking about like, we are about to talk about how to literally rewrite time. Literally. So, let's make sure I got everything set up. Peace, peace, peace. Listen, y'all, I'm excited for this codex. This is the deepest one to date. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, so this codex is called Dimensional Awareness and Density Mapping. So you have to understand, to navigate the cosmos, you must first know the difference between where you are and what you are. Ashe? So let's dive first into dimensions versus densities. And this is a foundational divide. So dimensions equals spatial structure. It is known as the theater. Dimensions are coordinate systems of possibility. They organize the rules of experience, movement, direction, causality, time, and space. They are horizontal frameworks. You shift dimensions by changing location, timeline, or vibrational frequency. The key dimensional anchors are 3D, which is linear time, space, form, ego, identity. 4D symbolizes the astral, loops, dream realms, emotional time, overlays, and false light. 5D symbolizes non-linear time, unified field access, harmonic resonance, and soul timelines. 6D symbolizes archetypal grid-based awareness, galactic interfaces, and meta templates. Now, densities. This is the consciousness structure, which is known as the actor. Densities define your state of awareness within a dimensional reality. They are vertical layers of perception, memory access, and soul evolution. Example, you can be in 3D space, but operate from a fourth or fifth density soul frequency. So the key density anchors are, first density is known as mineral consciousness, right? Crystals have consciousness, elemental awareness, fire, water. The second density is plant and animal consciousness, also the realm of instincts and group mind, hive mentality. Third density is duality, ego, karmic loops. Fourth density, heart, empathy, unity, psychic war zones. Fifth density, wisdom, unity with source and collective divinity navigation. Sixth density, oversoul synthesis, also known as blueprint engineering. Seventh density is pre-source, also known as time weaver consciousness. And 8th to 9th density is portal cosmic intelligence, also known as source crystalline, the source crystalline nature. So the perception shifts by density. So as you climb through density, your perception changes in certain ways. 3D perception, I am my body, reality is physical. 4D perception, I am energy, reality responds to my thoughts and my feelings. 5D perception, I am co-creating, right, reality through harmonic intention. 6D perception, I am a fractal of my oversoul, engineering experiences. 7D perception, I am source, experiencing itself in layered holograms. The higher the density, the less localized your identity and consciousness becomes. So now we're going to speak on density traps versus dimensional loops. So 4D density traps: false teachers, astral mimics, and emotional parasites. 3D, repetition of karma, poverty, abandonment, survival. 5D, requires surrender of control and alignment with purpose. And 6D, the dangers are becoming the architect without compassion, i.e. cold grid logic. So how the soul evolves through the densities. The soul is a multi-dimensional navigator. The soul is not bound to one layer of density. The soul evolves by learning how to recognize where it is in this specific dimension and embodying the truth as it relates to each individual density and transmitting that awareness across timelines, also known as soul service. So this current incarnation that you are experiencing is meant to anchor multi-dimensional memory in a 3D body and vessel while drawing from 5D and 7D codes. Ashe. Now, got me looking crazy. Now, your spiritual compass has 4 cardinal gates. So north represents the identity. Who am I in this layer? East symbolizes perception. What am I able to see and not see? South symbolizes karma. What am I still playing out here in this dimension? And west symbolizes mission. Why did I come here at this level? So when you feel confused, fragmented, disoriented, ask yourself these 4 directional questions to re-anchor your multidimensional awareness. Here is a affirmation to lock in your multidimensional awareness. Repeat after me. I am not limited by what I see. I move between layers with wisdom and grace. My compass is clear. My soul is awake. I know where I am, and I remember why I came. Ashe. All right, we're going to go into a next layer. Okay, this is a layered live stream. We're getting deep, deep, deep. So, understand this, divine pupils. To walk through dimensions is one thing. To realize you are the dimension is another. Let that sink in for a second. Densities and dimensions are fractal overlays, not stairs. So let's dissolve the illusion that dimensions are higher or lower in space. They are instead nested like consciousness rings. Each density holds the next like Russian dolls. Each dimension bends light in accordance with the soul's readiness to perceive. Ashe. You do not ascend upward, you expand inward. So think of 3D as crystallized emotion. Think of 4D as suspended motion, and 5D as harmonic motion, 6D as coded structure, 7D as wave form memory, 8D as void intelligence, 9D as source recursion. These are not locations, but states of coherence. You move between them by vibrating at their native frequency, not by waiting to be chosen. Ashe. Peace and love, peace and love. We are talking about dimensions. So, dimensional mirage, the false ascension timelines. So, as the seeker ascends, they may unknowingly enter false dimension corridors, simulated realities generated by collective subconscious loops, often in 4D astral overlays. So these appear as realms of beauty, but no depth. Teachers who give light, but offer no liberation. Synchronistic signs that lead to emotional addiction, not integration. And realities that inflate self-image but weaken inner power. So these loops are known as mirror prisons. So they can confuse you because they feel like progress, but they often refract truth through ego lenses. What's up, Nikki? And they are maintained by entities who feed on spiritual liminality. So how you can detect these mirror prisons, ask yourself, does this reality require me to abandon my inner voice in favor of an external one? And if the answer is yes, you are in a dimensional mirage, and it is your responsibility to then exit with intention. Now we're going to get into time keys and dimensional entanglement. Yes, we're going to talk about time and how you can bend time with intention. You see, time is not linear. Time is actually a rotational fluid. Each dimension spins at a different harmonic rate. So when your soul incarnates into the third density, it anchors into a primary dimension but remains quantumly entangled with all other dimensions through specific time keys that are encoded into your DNA. So these time keys are accessed through several different stimuli. 1. Major soul initiations: betrayal, death, awakening, sexual alchemy like abstinence and celibacy. 2. Astral surgeries, lucid dreaming, near-death experience, and shadow rituals. 3. Encountering with primary soul mirrors who hold your dimensional blueprint. When you meet certain people, they literally activate quantum DNA and shift you to different dimensions. So when you are entangled in a loop, it is because your time key has been hijacked by an outdated self-perception. To re-enter your rightful dimension, speak this here mantra. Peace and love, peace and love. I revoke all timelines not aligned with my soul's harmonic code. I return to my original access of sovereignty. Repeat this 3 times out loud over water and over flame, or over flame. Ashe. Now we're going to get into advanced density awareness. This is also known in higher dimensional perception as multi-density states. So most advanced souls on earth are not fully in any one density. Instead, they hold a braided density spectrum, which goes something like this: root chakra, anchored in third dimension, right? Survival. Heart chakra, resonating in fourth and fifth dimension bandwidths. Crown chakra, sixth dimension, seventh dimension, receiving divine guidance. So the shadow, you can be looping between 2D trauma and 4D mimicry. This creates dimensional instability if it is unacknowledged. So this is why many of you feel pulled in 2 different directions, having visions but being blocked physically from manifesting those things, or emotionally unstable but spiritually wise. Right? This is not failure. This is dimensional friction. So the key is not to unify the densities, but to know which part of you is speaking at any given moment, right? So ask yourself, is this my 3D self seeking safety, or is this my 4D self seeking connection? Is this my 5D self anchoring vision, or is this my 6D self designing reality? So this builds inner dimensional coherence. Please know that the live stream will be up for playback, guys, but I'm gonna keep the syllabus moving forward. But just a quick recap. Your root chakra can be in 3rd density, survival. Your heart chakra can be in 4th density, emotions. Your crown chakra can be in 6 densities, receiving divine uploads. Okay, now here's the divine revelation. You are the dimension. So let me speak very plainly. The dimensions do not exist outside of you. They are projections of your soul's desire to remember itself through variation. When you are in 3D, you forget. When you are in 4D, you are dreaming. You are 5D when you feel from truth. You are 6D when you see the blueprint. You are 7D when you forgive the whole thing. You are 8D when you vanish. You are 9D when you return. Ashe. You are not in a dimension, guys. You are the gate. The veil is inside of you. Okay? Now, here's another affirmation to help you understand your multi-dimensional being. I am ascending. I am remembering. I do not seek layers. I embody them. My soul is the bridge. My body is the anchor. My breath is the gate. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Now, we're going to talk about frequency, flight, and embodied groundedness. So understand this. Ascension is not leaving the body. It is expanding the body's capacity to hold more light. Now, let's speak about the danger of ungrounded ascension. There's a lot of practitioners out here who are ungrounded. You guys are no longer students. You are now becoming frequency anchors. And with that comes a paradox. The higher you go, the more deeply you must root. Many who awaken chase light and abandon the body. They then collapse into psychic overwhelm, disassociation, emotional and spiritual bypassing, sudden spiritual arrogance, financial breakdown, physical nervous system glitches, heart palpitations, sleep disturbances and disruptions. This happens when the astral body ascends, but the earth body is left behind. So true ascension must include multidimensional grounding. So I want you guys to understand something. Do not confuse grounding with density. To ground is to stabilize your presence across timelines, to synchronize body, soul, mission, to give structure to your spiritual expansion. Grounding doesn't lower your frequency, it locks it in. Think about it like this. You cannot build a temple in the wind, right? You need to ground. So The triad of multidimensional anchoring. To remain grounded while flying dimensions, you must balance root discipline. Examples would be breath work, regular routines, rituals, meals, stillness, movement, qigong, walking, dancing, stretching, financial structure, and sexual integrity, right? I.e., abstinence and celibacy. Root chakra statement. I am safe to hold my mission. My body is my vessel, not my burden. Now, heart compass. This is known as the emotional anchor. Honesty without spiritual bypass, right? Feeling grief, rage, and or desire without collapsing. Honoring your inner child without letting it lead. Connection to your soul tribe without becoming codependent. So the heart anchoring statement is, I feel deeply and remain clear. Emotion is not chaos, it is communication. Crown conductivity. So this is known as the celestial anchor. Channeling with discernment. No disrespect to 607 Unk, but he's channeling without discernment. Receiving codes while protecting your aura. Filtering out mimics, projections, and over-attachment to downloads. And understanding when to listen and when to act. Okay? The crown chakra statement. I receive only what aligns with source. I am no one speaker but the divine. So now let's discuss bodily symptoms, which are a direct personification of dimensional feedback. So physical signs are not all feedback symptoms. Sudden anxiety. What is the cause of sudden anxiety? Your fourth density fragment crossing into your field. So you need to ground with breath, water, and speak your truth out loud. So, symptom, fatigue after downloads. What is this caused by? Overloaded astral channeling. Response, walk on earth barefoot and eat grounding food. Symptom, heat at your crown or spine. Cause, high density information coming through. Response, lay flat, seal your field with breath and intention. Symptom, cold extremities. Cause, your soul is partially unanchored. The response, clap your hands, stump your feet, return to the present moment. Mom, can you turn the water off, please?
Sure.
So, the purpose, let me hit this water real quick. All right. So yes, we're talking about how your physical body can be a direct result of higher dimensional stimulation. Stimulation. So it's important when you feel these anomalies, to touch your heart and your root chakra, one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, and breathe, ground, eat grounding foods, and you will feel an energetic descent, and you will then return to yourself. Ashe. So I want you guys to understand that you are the bridge. Okay? You're not here to become more spiritual. You are here to become more whole, which includes your physical body, your needs, your desires, and your grounded presence. Understand, To ascend without grounding is to dissolve. To ground without ascending is to decay. But to do both, that is to become a bridge between worlds. Yes. So everybody here in this mystery school, even by viewing this passively, you are now becoming a gate walker. You are being called to walk with wings and roots. Ashe. Ashe, for we just gained our wings today. Ashe, we just gained our roots today. Ashe, you need them both. You need them both. So I want you guys to speak this mantra with me to anchor in your newly developed astral wings and your earthly roots. Repeat after me. I do not fly to escape. I rise to embody. I ground to stabilize. Ashe. Now, we are going to speak about timeline precision and dimensional merging. Time does not pass, it pulses. And you are the rhythm maker. The truth of timelines. Listen, guys, you do not travel through timelines. You choose them. Understand this. There are no fixed timelines. What appears as fate is actually a convergence of unconscious agreements. You were never locked into a timeline. You are held in orbit by your focus. Timelines are frequency-based spirals that attract to your emotional set point, your dominant belief fields, and the rituals that you perform, intentionally or passively. Also, the archetypes that you embody. Understand, you shift timelines every time that you realign with a new internal truth. Now, let's speak about timeline distortion symptoms. This represents when you're on the wrong track because you can literally feel it. Deja vu with irritation and dread instead of inspiration and awe. Sudden misalignment with people you once resonated with. Repeating patterns despite doing the work. Constant near misses with opportunity and feeling like you're watching your life move by, but you're not participating in it or living it. These, my friends, are not signs of spiritual attack. They are signs that you have slipped into a low resolution copy of your intended path. Right? Timeline precision is an act of will. To step into a higher timeline, you must first practice emotional coherence. Feel what the next version of you would feel right now. Number 2, language calibration. Speak only from the world that you're building. 3, ritual precision. Anchor your actions to declarations. This offering seals my shift. 4, energetic consent withdrawal. Say out loud, I withdraw energetic consent from all timelines not forged by truth, alignment, and divine will. Do not wait for timelines to arrive. Command them, align with them, and walk into them. Next, we're going to speak about dimensional merging, where timelines collide and converge. So, Now we're going to reveal a deep metaphysical truth. You guys ready? As your vibration increases, timelines begin to overlap. You will notice dream symbols leaking into waking life, past versions of yourself visiting your field, random moments where you feel a split or bifurcated, sudden upgrades or losses. These are quantum edits. This is dimensional merging. You are being given the opportunity to reintegrate fragmented realities, to pull in the highest aspects of you from parallel incarnations or timelines. So, we are going to discuss a merging ritual. The name of this ritual is called Claiming My Convergent Self. So I want you guys to perform this ritual when you feel multiple paths tugging you in different directions. Okay? Sit with a candle and a mirror. White candle. Gaze into your eyes and say, I call forth every sovereign aspect of me, from the timelines where I rose, from the timelines where I fell, from the worlds where I was crowned. I merge what serves. I dissolve what distorts. I am the singular flame of this convergence. Then breathe deeply until your body feels whole again. Then seal the ritual with this phrase. This is the timeline of my sacred choosing, and it is sealed. Here is a very serious warning. Y'all, do not chase timelines that are attached to ego or wounds. Timelines that are built on proving your power. Yeah, when I finally get that million, I'm gonna flex on my ex. She gonna be pissed off she left me. No. Retaliation against rejection, right? Compensating for old lack. Or imitating another's blueprint. I can't wait to be popular like bro. No. This will collapse shortly after entry. They are mirage timelines. They offer visibility but not embodiment. Choose timelines that feel truthful, not flashy. You will know it's yours when your nervous system relaxes, even if your mind is afraid. Okay? This is so important. A lot of y'all are trying to manifest mirage timelines and wondering why everything is falling apart. Next, we're going to speak about dimensional fusion points, power windows of choice. Here are 3 types of timeline fusion points. Crisis windows, death, heartbreak, betrayal. These are timeline collapse moments to choose your real alignment. Next, vision windows, sudden inspiration, motivation, or deja vu. Act fast. They are doorways, not rooms. Move through them. 3, stillness windows, long periods of nothing happening. These are recalibration zones. Prepare and build your temple in silence. Right? That stagnancy is giving you time to let go so that you can receive. So when one of these windows occurs, stop and speak. I recognize this as a fusion point. I choose with clarity. I do not choose based on fear, revenge, or delay. I move through this gate in full integrity. Here is a mantra to lock in when you're going through these timeline windows. I am not the outcome. I am the chooser. I do not drift. I declare. I do not chase timelines. I build them. I walk towards, not to fail, but to embody the one I've always been becoming. Now, we're going to discuss something called mirror walking, also known as echo displacement. Woo. To walk as the flame and never catch fire is the path of the mirror walker. Oh yeah. Guys, what is mirror walking? Mirror walking is the ability to move through distorted, hostile, or unconscious environments without being absorbed, altered, or projected upon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. To remain fully present, yet you do not absorb external energies that are not yours. You do not overexpress light because that attracts unnecessary siphoning. And you do not become a mirror for others' wounds unless by choice. Mirror walking is a metaphysical cloak of vibrational precision. It is how our ancient ancestors walked through cities of corruption untouched. It is how avatars entered temples of mimicry and were not replicated. It is how you now learn to navigate a collapsing, dense, fragmented, distorted world without collapsing into it. We all need to learn the principle of mirror walking, because how many of us have family members that don't resonate with our path? Friends and family work in these distorted places, but we are coming to bring the heavens into the heavy. So here are the 3 pillars of mirror walking. The witness state. This is known in the higher densities as detached presence. You see everything, but you react to nothing. This is not emotional suppression. This is spiritual containment. The affirmations for this is: I observe without inviting. I respond without absorbing. I choose when to engage. Next, harmonic cloaking, known as vibrational invisibility. See, when you walk in harmonic cloaking, lower density beings cannot find you. You are still visible, but you become vibrationally unintelligible to parasites, mimics, and siphoners. This is one of my favorite forms of technology because people literally cannot do witchcraft on you. Evil eye don't find you. The mantra is: I shift to non-resonance with distortion. I cannot be read unless I choose to be felt. Guys, I'm trying to tell y'all, there is real metaphysical technology out here. Okay? I'm going to teach y'all how to activate your metaphysical technology. Next is timeline displacement, also known as echo loop deflection. When someone projects, or when someone tries to project their pain, fear, seduction, or expectation onto you, you create what is known as an echo displacement. It returns to them not in retaliation, but in reflection, amplified and unabsorbed. The mantra here is: I return your echo untouched. I do not house what is not mine. Now, here are some signs that you are not mirror walking properly. You feel drained after public spaces. You take on emotions that you know are not yours. I had a good day today. Why I feel mad? For no reason. People project roles onto you without seeing you. And you leave conversations feeling depleted, fragmented, defensive, or overly exposed. So this happens when your energetic field is too open. You're radiating without shielding. You're too reactive. You're attaching meaning to every single reflection. You got to learn. Detachment is a metaphysical technology. You're too identified. You are believing others' perceptions as truth. Here's a daily protocol to activate mirror walking. The name of this ritual is called Field of Living Glass. The tools here: mirror, salt, water, breath, intention. The steps: inhale deeply. Imagine a clear pane of vibrating crystal forming inches outside of your skin, front, back, sides. Say aloud, I am the mirror, not the sponge. I am the presence, not the projection. I walk amongst reflections without becoming one. Place your hand over your heart and repeat, my truth cannot be worn by others. My light cannot be stolen. I am sealed. Now, pour the salt water over your hands to finalize the seal. Repeat this ritual before entering public spaces, digital platforms, or rituals with unclear participants. Now, I just gave you all some metaphysical technology. Facts. If you follow these instructions, you will literally develop your own living mirror. Okay? Now, this is known as echo displacement. Okay, now this is a very advanced technique. When someone energetically throws distortion towards you, jealousy, lust, control, praise, with agenda and guilt, do not reflect it, do not receive it, do not retaliate. Instead, breathe in, feel the impulse trying to enter, and say internally, this is not mine. I am not a container. Let it return to sender in neutral light. And watch how they spiral, shift, or become confused. Because this is because their hook has nowhere to land. Now this is the final key for mirror walking. To walk without announcement. Understand this, as a person who has his own metaphysical mirror technology that I implement daily. Understand this. Mirrors do not enter spaces with loud auras unless summoned. Mirrors are seen by those who can see. They are felt by those who can feel. To everyone else, they're a quiet storm. You do not have to prove you're walking as light. You simply walk it, and distortion will reveal itself by reaction. So here is the closing mantra. I walk the world untouched, not because I hide, but because I reflect only what I choose. My presence is intentional. My aura is sovereign. My body is the gate, and I walk in light, cloaked by clarity. Ashe? Now, we're finna get deeper. Y'all didn't know we finna get this deep. Next, energetic architecture and field sculpting. Understand, your aura is not an accident, it is a temple. So sculpt it as such. Understand, your field is literally architecture. Your energy field is not a cloud. It is dynamic, it is intelligent, it is a sacred structure. It is your spiritual house. It is your reality magnet. It is your protection system. It is your personal embassy in the multiverse. Each layer of your aura holds metaphysical geometry, frequency, and memory. When it is left unshaped, it defaults to chaotic reception mode, making you a receiver of projections, confusion, and distortion. Now, when you shape your aura intentionally, it then becomes a shielded design of harmonic manifestation. Those who sculpt their field shape their future. Ashe. Now we're going to get into the 7 layers of auric architecture. Understand that each layer of your aura is also known as a floor of your energy temple. 1. The etheric layer, which is the blueprint of the body. It holds the grid of health, movement, and posture. 2. The emotional layer. It registers emotional weather and past imprints. 3. The mental layer, home of beliefs, language, and inherited thought forms. 4. The astral layer, the bridge to others' fields, soul ties, astral cords, dream portals. 5. The template layer, which is a sacred geometric form where you build structure. 6 is the celestial layer, light body transmission. The purpose signals and your higher gifts are stored here. 7 is the etheric layer, your oversoul broadcast and the shield of divine memory. You don't just have these layers, you sculpt them through intention, thought, breath, movement, sound, ritual, boundaries. Understand the tools for field sculpting. Understand, my initiates, my students, my pupils, my scholars. You are the architect. Your tools are your intention. Your intention is your chisel. It directs which layer you're reshaping. Your visualization is your blueprint. It gives form to the frequency. Mantras, sound is the hammer. It embeds resonance into space time. Your breath is the polisher. It expands and seals. Movement, posture is the framework. It grounds and supports. Ritual is the electric current. It activates transformation across timelines. When you fuse all of these in combination, these tools can be used to recode your field. Next, we're going to discuss field shaping, protection, magnetism, and manifestation. For protection, visualize a dodecahedron, a 12-sided geometric shape, rotating clockwise around your heart, and speak. No thought may enter unless encoded in truth. No energy may touch unless cloaked in light. This field is guarded and sealed with breath, pulled from the crown to the root and pushed outward like a ring. Number 2, for magnetism attraction. Expand your emotional layer outward like an orchid. Visualize hexagons interlocking like honeycomb across the astral plane and speak. I now open the gate for what honors my song. I attract only what was encoded before I was born. Add rhythm, drum, humming, foot tapping to pulse this magnetism into your morphic field. For manifestation, this is the template layer. Visualize a cube within a sphere. Project your desired outcome into the cube using the mental image and emotional signature. Surround the cube with violet light. Speak. This form now lives. It seeks me. It finds me. No delay, no distortion. It is mine because I am its source. Now, common auric structural issues and corrections. Leaky aura, too open, practice containment, mirror walking. Overcharged aura, too radiant, ground, center, and soften. Fragmented field, trauma overstimulation, perform soul retrieval, breath versus anchoring yourself. So a mirage field is a ego-led manifestation. It dismantles illusions and returns to heart coherence. Your field reflects your alignment, and no ritual can substitute for spiritual integrity. Now, this is called the living temple practice. Daily field sculpting. This takes about 5 minutes. Stand barefoot or seated upright. Inhale and sweep both hands upward slowly. Imagine and visualize your aura reorganizing into a dome, humming with geometric symmetry. Speak. I recall my layers. I restore my temple. I sculpt in harmony. I am the shape of sacred design. End by placing your palm over your solar plexus. Smile warmly as this seals joy into your etheric walls. Now here's a master key. You are the temple and the tool. You do not need to look like light to be it. You do not need to feel powerful to hold structure. You only need to choose your shape. So a big part of me taking you through this syllabus is to teach you guys how to sculpt your fields, not to speak positivity, but to literally build vibrational homes that house your becoming. Here is a closing mantra. To reinforce your auric integrity and help with the structural integrity of your design. Repeat after me. I am not a cloud of emotion. I am not a sponge of projections. I am a temple of alignment. I sculpt my space with sacred will. My aura is my throne, and I sit in it whole. Next, we're discussing quantum anchoring and multi-temporal identity stabilization. You are not becoming, you are remembering the version of yourself who already chose. The multi-temporal self. How you exist across time. You may be sitting on your phone watching this on the couch, in your car, wherever, but you're not locked in space and time. You are not a linear being. You exist simultaneously as your past life selves, your parallel versions living slightly different Earth timelines, your future self or selves broadcasting light codes backwards, your dream body and astral fragments, your oversoul copies navigating other realms, and your mission, your destiny, the version of you who completes what you came here to do. When these aspects of you are not anchored, it can result in psychic static, over identification with past wounds, timeline leakage, false nostalgia, future anxiety, like, oh, I can't, it's too much to do, I don't know what to do. It's just confusion over who you are becoming. We've all experienced this. So quantum anchoring corrects is by establishing a central command frequency. I am the directive. Here are some signs that you need quantum anchoring. Feeling like you're time traveling emotionally. Past versions of yourself hijack your decisions. You loop and spiral back into something that you've evolved beyond. Future versions feel realer than your current life. Synchronicities increase, but your focus fractures. You experience identity layering, feeling like 3 versions of yourself in one day. I know you all experienced this before. You're exhausted after sleep. That is uncontrolled timeline jumping in dreams. These are signs that your quantum field is active but it's ungrounded. So here is an I am directive to help anchor your frequency. This I am directive is our mantra. It is a spiritual access point in the multiversal map of your soul. It is the master vibration that all versions of you orbit around. To activate it, you must A. Declare your signature role, not your job, but your function. 2. Command your frequency, not your mood, but your tone. C. Deny all false assignments, energetic tasks that are not aligned with your oversoul. Repeat after me. I am the access of my becoming. I am the sovereign convergence of all my lifetimes. I am the now point of my soul's transmission. Speak this until you feel your body settle. Your nervous system is metaphysical. It will talk to you. You will notice your thoughts pause. This is known as quantum centering. Here is a quantum anchor ritual known as unity of selves. Not cells, selves, the different versions of you. So the ritual name, the mirror circle of self. The tools that you'll need: a round mirror or a bowl of water, a white candle, an object from your past, a photo, a letter, a token, an object representing your future goal, a symbol, it can be a written vision. Here are the steps. Place the mirror or water bowl in front of you. Light the candle behind it. Let the flame reflect from the surface. On the left side, place the past object. On the right side, you guessed it, the future object. Then say aloud, past me, you are safe. Future me, you are welcome. I am the one who weaves you into wholeness. Touch your third eye and heart simultaneously around you, like stars aligning in a constellation, and speak, I now pull my fragments home. I recall every timeline that serves my becoming. I am the voice. I am the vessel. I am the anchor. And this is one of the few times you have permission to actually blow out the candle. Blow out the candle and drink the water. It completes the anchor. Alright, so this is known as echo collapse. This is how you stabilize after time leaks. So after you anchor, expect vivid dreams from other timelines, emotional releases, crying, shaking, sleep. Sudden clarity on past mistakes or future choices. So this is known as the echo collapse. This is the dissolving of misaligned versions that no longer resonate. Let them leave. Okay? And speak this mantra daily. I do not carry echoes. I carry essence. I let go of all timelines that no longer serve my whole becoming. Understand, you are the point, not the path. All of you, every version of you is valid, but not all versions are meant to lead. You must choose which self becomes the commander, the one who holds the scepter of now. Mantras. My past may inform me, my future may inspire me, but only I, right here, right now, will define me. You are the anchor, and when you hold steady, all timelines bend toward your becoming. Closing mantra for quantum anchoring. I do not scatter across timelines. I do not fragment across desires. I do not drown in memory or chase prophecy. I anchor, I align, I embody. I am the convergence. I am the code. So, we're about to get real deep, y'all. So, next, we're going to talk about something called the mythic self. And Facebook, my personal page, this is your last codex before I go exclusively to the mystery school. Your mythic self is not a metaphor. It is a living archetypal consciousness. The eternal version of you who has already completed your earthly mission in full assignment outside of linear time. So the mythic self exists beyond trauma, beyond karma, beyond ego. It is not interested in survival, validation, or perfection. Your mythic self, it came to initiate timelines, to restore memory, to embody sacred fire, and alter human destiny through your walk here on earth. The mythic self is the narrative spine of your incarnation. Without it, your life becomes severely fragmented and easily hijacked by lower density entities and loops. So, here are some signs that you are being summoned by the mythic self. Shout out to my 2 people up there on YouTube. All right. You feel misaligned with your current name, role, or story. Your past identities feel too small to hold your current expansion. You experience flashbacks, dreams, downloads that feel more like memories from a future that already happened. You begin sensing that your work, relationships, and even your pain and suffering have been symbolic weight, as if part of some larger saga. You are no longer satisfied with healing. You want to activate. These are signs that your oversoul is ready to converge with your current self and with your mythic blueprint. How to activate the mythic self. 1. Recognize your soul function beyond titles. That's hard for a lot of people to do, but let me help you. Ask yourself, what does my soul do when nobody watching? What truth do I naturally transmit without even trying? I'll give you some examples. Here's some examples. Do you walk into rooms and just naturally expose lies? People can't even fake the funk around you. You are a light code mirror. Do you absorb suffering and alchemize it? Turn that pain into power? You're a pain transmuter. Do you speak words that pierce timelines? You're a frequency herald. Your soul function becomes the spine of your myth. Number 2, reclaim your symbolic armor. Your mythic self has tools and symbols embedded into your subtle field. We all have metaphysical weapons. Facts. So your weapon is usually metaphorical, like voice, writing, song, even a strong gaze, even silence. Some people's silence is a weapon. So it could be a sigil, a geometric energy mark unique to your soul's design. It can be a mantle or a cloak, which represents your authority across lifetimes. It can be a name, which is not always the same as your birth name. It could be a name that you carry in higher planes. So in meditation, ask your oversoul, show me what I came here wielding. Reveal my mythic name and sigil. Let me walk clothed in remembrance. You may then begin to feel sensations in your spine, your shoulders, your hands, your chest. That is your mythic self merging with you. So here is how you translate the myth into your daily life. Understand, your legend is not fantasy. It must be anchored. Every task becomes a ritual. Every word you speak becomes a spell. Every encounter becomes sacred. When you wake up, say, I rise not as a man or woman alone, but as the myth made flesh. Now, here are some dangers of mythic amnesia. Peace and love, peace and love. We got some beautiful people up in here. The dangers of mythic amnesia. Without anchoring the mythic self, you are vulnerable to emotional enslavement by trauma loops. How many people y'all know we're living the same life over and over again, same BS, same. They're not merged with their mythic self. Over-identification with survival-based identity. We all know those people too. Mimic frequencies that imitate divine purpose. Spiritual language without embodiment. Psychic interference and archetypal hijacking. Feeling like a teacher, healer, or leader, but with no fire or focus. So remember this. When the soul forgets its saga, it becomes food for timelines not of its own. Now, here is our tongue-tied, tongue twister. Daily ritual for mythic alignment. This is known as the becoming flame. Stand barefoot, sit spine upright. Close your eyes and visualize a flame in your solar plexus and speak. I call forth the one who walks across timelines, the one who came before names, the one who burned through veils to be born. Visualize your mythic self stepping into your body, not beside you, into you. Let the flame rise into your heart, throat, third eye, and whisper, the path is not ahead of me. The path is beneath me. I am walking a road that I already built. Do this daily for 7 days, and I promise you, you will rewrite your personal mythology. Jessica, I appreciate that. I love feathers. Please send them. Please send them. I'll send you my address. Now, affirmations of the mythic self. Repeat after me, guys. We're calling in our mythic selves. I am not waiting to become. I am remembering what I already am. I walk like the prophecy was written about me because it was. I am no longer afraid to be sacred in public. I do not serve time. Time serves my myth. I carry the weapon of divine memory, and I wield it with precision. Good job, good job, good job. The world may not celebrate your myth until you do, but the timelines are watching. The future is already responding. Let your life become a living manuscript of your divine remembrance, and never, ever, ever forget to remember that the mythic self is not perfect. The mythic self is pierced and risen. It bleeds, it roars, it survives, and through you, it rewrites fate. So next we're going to get into what is reality rewriting. Facebook main page, this is where we part ways. If you guys want to get the rest of this codex, join the Mystery School. Link is in the description of the live. I will approve you, but we're now broadcasting directly only to the initiates. What is reality rewriting? Reality is not fixed. It is agreed upon. Okay? It is a collective trance that is stabilized by belief, reinforced by emotion, and bound by memory. So to rewrite reality means you no longer observe timelines. You no longer simply navigate them. You begin to author them. So this is not manifestation in the pedestrian sense. It is dimensional authorship, where your soul signs the laws that govern your experience. I actually ended the wrong live. Oh, I ended the wrong live. I'm funny. I ended the live in the mystery school and not the live on my Facebook page. Silly me. Let me share this. Yes. So the karmic loop, what you believe, what you deserve. So only then can you imagine, can your sovereign timeline unfold. My apologies, scholars. So the three laws of dimensional anchoring. Law 1, frequency precedes form. So if you don't like what you see, don't argue with it, detune from it. So frequency comes before reality. If you stay on the same internal broadcast, then the scene cannot shift. So I'm not ending this live. I ended the wrong live. So I'm gonna stay on this one. So what version of me is experiencing this, and what version am I ready to become? So law 2 is emotion is the ink of the author. You don't write timelines with thoughts, you write them with emotionally charged intention. Whatever is energized expands. Whatever is unacknowledged repeats. So this is why detachment from emotional anchors, shame, unworthiness, survival trauma, is the true spell of rewriting your timeline. So this next section is called Law 3. Silence is the pen of God. Understand that true authors don't chase validation. The sacred timelines arrive in stillness. So this is why those who learn to hold divine neutrality gain the ability to alter reality and probability without resistance. So we must first understand how to wield the dimensional author's toolkit. Understand, you have already begun crafting your author's suit. So here are the tools that are embedded within it. The sigil of revision, which allows you to retroactively neutralize old outcomes. Voice of divine interruption allows you to collapse mimic timelines through spoken word. Chronospine activation lets you anchor future frequencies into present reality. Mirror portal access enables you to enter parallel realities with specific vibrational matches. Each of these can be activated in meditation or ritual by command. So you may request a manual expansion for any of these tools individually. So that means send me a message and I will send you over the manual expansion. Now, next comes the ritual of reality revision. This is called the author's page. You will utilize this for collapsing old timelines and scripting the new ones. Here you will need a white sheet of paper, black or blue pen, a quiet space, and at the top of the paper you will write, "This was never my story." Then you will write down 3 to 5 things that you are actively choosing to unground. I was never meant to suffer for love. I do not need to prove my worth through pain. Right? The feather symbolizes flight of thought, freedom of being. Step 3. At the bottom of the paper, write, "This is the life I now command." And then write a short paragraph as if your reality has already shifted. Not a wish, but a confirmation. Then you read it aloud once. reality. I write it. I am not a victim of time. I am the voice time obeys. Old stories tremble in my presence. Excuse me. What I speak, I seed. What I feel, I feed. What I choose, I become. So understand that the script is not closed. You are the scribe and you are also the seal. Okay, hun, I'm gonna accept you in a moment. So we're about to end on this final transmission. You are no longer in training, guys. You are now in command. So if you ever feel disoriented, fragmented, or hijacked by mimic realities, return to your scribe's posture and say aloud, I withdraw my energy from all timelines not aligned with my soul's myth. I collapse mimic scripts now. I restore authorship to the original soul. And understand that the codes will respond. So guys, we're going to end the live on this note, but I will take some Q&A. I'm a little bit disappointed that I actually accidentally ended the live on my mystery school. I was supposed to end the live on here because the whole point of it is that you got to be in a mystery school to get the real teachings. But hey, I'm human. I made a mistake, so it's okay. There's more lives. There's more lives to come. But I just got to be mindful of which phone is streaming to which platform. But yes, we got some Q&A. Let's go ahead and get some Q&A going on, guys. I feel that this was a successful live stream. I feel like, we dropped a lot of gems. So before we get on out of here, does anybody have any questions about how to navigate dimensions, the difference between different dimensions and densities? Yeah, so I just approved whoever just tried to get into school. I just approved you. It wasn't meant. Hey, it must not have been meant. It must not have been meant. But it is all good. So, soul contract readings, tarot, numerology, channel messages, ancestral readings. I can tell you your ancestry physically without even needing your blood, and your star ancestry, because I have access to the Akashic realm via my spiritual guides. So if you guys ever need any readings, y'all, consider me. I promise that it will be one, if not the best reading, one of the top 3 readings you've ever gotten. Otherwise, your money back. So tap in with me. The link is in the bio to book me for any private readings or mentorship. The link to the school is in the description of the live. All you gotta do is read the description of the live. It says it right there. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. I just started my YouTube journey, So love you guys, appreciate you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys more. All right. How do I connect? So you can message me. You can join the mystery school. You can book a reading with me. That's the best way to connect with me, because then you get my full-time energy and devotion. But yes, guys. Love you guys. Thank you for your support. We go live every 48 hours right now because we just built a momentum. So I will see you guys on the 13th, same time, 11 a.m. And I will drop what codex that will be about. But I love you guys. Peace and love always. Deuces.